everybody. My name is Marie Williams, and I'm happy that you're here today. This is my first time speaking at a conference. I'm like really nervous. So today I want to go over some topics about pivoting in life and making lateral movements in your career field. I want to share a little bit of my story, and maybe it could help you. As a mentor, I could also help you, if you have a mentee, you could forward them this video in the future. We're all busy, so this video could help your mentees out whenever they need some help and need some resources or have questions. I want to help fellow students as well, get some resources and help set them on their path. A little bit about me: I'm a cybersecurity analyst at Bitdefender. I have my second associates in cybersecurity, and I start my university in January. You can find me on Twitter or Discord. So my purpose of my talk today is to really convey that there's no right path into cybersecurity. Everyone has their own path, and no path is for everyone. Each path is unique. I want to provide some non-typical guidance on how to join the industry through non-traditional ways. Often there are debates on whether or not you should get a degree, what's right and wrong. But like I said, there's no right path in cybersecurity. So my intentions are to help bridge the gap, to help those who don't have the resources. I know I didn't. I kind of fell into this by chance or accident. I want to help those who don't have resources, and also help you bridge the gap of that you might possibly be creating for yourself. It is in my spirit to help others. Hope my mom's watching, but my parents helped people all their life, so I watched them. My grandfather also helped people. He helped find missing children. So naturally, I just want to help people. And I didn't think that this field even had that type of opportunity, and I'm glad to see people do that. So I see industry leaders leading by example, and I want to help emulate those. I want to also emulate those great leaders. My professors are helping the next generation of students become cybersecurity professionals. My Cyber Patriot coach, she was the one who got the Cyber Patriot into the school district, so she's helping the students pave their way into the cybersecurity field. My bosses at Bitdefender, and how open-minded they are to people like me who just say, hey, how can I get into this field? How can I work for you? They didn't have to do that. They're very open-minded as leaders, and that's pretty awesome. And then people that I've networked on Twitter, I see them leading by example in many various ways, through podcasts, by just cheering people on, by giving them examples and resources and help. So there is no right path, right? You can get your cybersecurity degree, but you don't have to. You could pair that degree with certifications, or you can just get certifications only. And there's a lot of educational resources in the field out there that are also very affordable. TCM Security likes to do giveaways. Hack the Box Academy is pretty affordable as well. I knew Hack the Box existed, but I didn't know the Academy existed until I really started getting into networking with people. So given the fact that we are here at GRIMMCON, GRIMMCON also provides training. So if you're already in the field, you're a security professional, they provide hands-on training for professionals. So what does pivoting mean, right? So I love this quote: pivot in life, it may just be your silver lining. Pivoting can mean a lot of things. So I will touch briefly on what it means in pen testing. Some of us may know and some of us may not. I'll briefly touch on the definition and how it applies to my life and what I have done and what others have done. So pivoting and lateral movements in pen testing. You have your threat actor. He starts studying his target. He sends a phishing email. He ends up making the connection Then he goes into the servers and systems, starts scrubbing the passwords, and starts, he runs away with his profit or things that he was looking for. So pivoting in my life, I've made several lateral movements and pivoted in my most recent fail. We all have setbacks in our life, whether that's great or small, and we learn from them and get better with time. I've had many setbacks in life, and I've lost a lot of time, but I persevered. I won't go too much into my far back into my history. I'll just talk about my most recent fail. So I was in the military briefly. I got an associate's in computer and electronics, thinking that I was going to go back into the military, and then I decided not to. I thought programming was hacking, so I did sign up to go to get my programming degree after this first degree, and I realized it wasn't. There weren't any cybersecurity degrees out there. I really didn't know how to get into learning about hacking. I didn't know how to get to the tools or anything like that. I didn't even do my research. So I dropped out of programming, fell into some really deep, dark times, and then I ended up working in the food industry for the best chefs. That ended up not being conducive to my life, so I went back to tech. I first went to a coding boot camp. I remember on our first day, I said that I was interested in coding and cybersecurity, but I didn't think that my cybersecurity path was going to be so soon. So I went to the boot camp. I could not keep up. I was burning out. It was way too fast paced for me. So kudos to those who go through boot camps and finish, because I couldn't. I failed, and then I was like, I was leaving the hacker space I was studying at. It was like later than what most people do, like study for. And I passed by Bitdefender, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I used to be a customer of theirs. I didn't think that they were here. I'm going to go in and ask them some questions like, how can I work there? I asked them, do I need a degree to get into this field? What certifications do you think I should get? I was like, I was thinking about the CEH, so on and so forth. They gave me some advice. They even said I didn't need a degree, which is pretty awesome. Which is why I'm conveying this, is because like you could just get your certifications to get into the field. And then I got a business card from them. So I said, I'll see you in a year. So I left, and then 2 weeks later, I signed up for school. And then I talked to somebody from the boot camp again, and I said, hey, guess what? I signed up for school. He's like, well, that's awesome that you're able to pivot and continue on. And I was like, wow, that's the first time I ever heard that word. I literally I heard of pivoting in the military, but like I never heard of that for my life, right? So I thought that was pretty cool that he said that. I carried that with me. And then as I continue on with school, I got on Udemy and Coursera and learned more about myself, because I can code. I'm just better self-taught. I'm better watching videos. I'm better reading and comprehension and applying versus very, very fast-paced. So I was learning React and Angular on the side, and then continuing on with school. So I fell into volunteering with B-Sides, and because my school wanted me to, and I found Cyber Patriot through my school's website. I usually volunteer for food banks, and I was like, you know what, I want to volunteer for my field, which makes sense, right? So I really want to convey that volunteering in your field helps you pivot and make those lateral movements if you want to get into the cybersecurity field, because you end up networking with a lot of people. And these are great people. I'm very surprised. Like everyone's just very helpful, super nice, and like really knowledgeable. So I started doing that, and then I learned about Try Hack Me, Hack the Box Academy, which I didn't know existed. I knew Hack the Box existed, but not Academy. And then, I did my volunteering. I met Philip and Kim. Kim Crawley is an awesome person. The first time I talked to her literally was about Elon Musk. And the reason why I trust her as anybody in the field or a mentor is because she won't steer you the wrong way, and she'll tell you like it is. And if you don't know something, she'll tell you, and she'll give you the resources to learn about that subject. And Philip Wiley, I think he's awesome. He helps keep people secure in the industry. I feel like he does a little bit of OSINT, maybe he did some on me, but it was pretty awesome because he helped me pave my own path, get some resources out there. And I read their Pen Tester's Blue Book. That's an awesome book to, for beginners to like pave their own path, get into the industry, figure out what they want to do, so on and so forth. I kept networking on Twitter, which is weird because I fell into Twitter through my honor society, and how they play games on Twitter. So they play games on Twitter, then I fell into cybersecurity Twitter, and it all went on from there. So through networking, I made friends and got a free DEF CON badge this year, which is pretty awesome. I didn't know Black Hat had scholarships. I was like, I'm probably not going to get one, but I'll do it anyways. And I did, and I got a scholarship. So it's pretty awesome. I didn't think I was ever going to go to Black Hat. Like I wanted to go years ago, and I was like, I'm not going to go. I didn't think I was going to go to Black Hat this soon. And I did, and it was pretty awesome. So I think it's pretty awesome to make these connections in the industry. Again, I didn't have my degree at the time. You don't have to have your degree to make these connections and reap from these benefits. So a year into my schooling, I moved and I misplaced my Bitdefender business card. And I was at an RSA virtual conference because I'm always constantly learning. I see a conference, I'm like, okay, let me sign up. I might not go to it if I don't have time, but like at least I signed up for it. So I went to the RSA conference and I saw somebody who works at Bitdefender who I happened to be following. And I was like, well, he's a pretty high leader. Like, will he write me back? I wrote to him anyways, and I took that chance, and he wrote me back, and I told him the story about how I said I was going to come back in a year. He did not have to talk to me. He did not have to write back. He could have just been like, look, this noob, I don't care what she has to say. But he got the email, the most important email that I needed to send in my resume in half an hour. So that's another good reason why networking in the industry is good, because everyone's just really here to help you out and connect you to people. So I connected with who I needed to. We made our discussion and I got my internship. So I think it's pretty awesome. Do you need a degree? No. But on my path, I feel like I needed a degree because it helps keep me accountable. It gives me doors to leadership, and then helps me smooth out the rough edges on my soft skills. So now I share my story with others. I have a fellow mentee in the Cyber Patriot group that I'm in, and she is going to a university, and she's really young, and she doesn't know any of you guys. She doesn't know any of you guys. She doesn't know any of you guys exist or women in cybersecurity. So I'm helping her get those connections, and I'm hoping that she takes the advice that I give her. So this leads me to my next, how others in the industry have pivoted. They all have had their own goals, made some career changes, got their certifications, or found their niche. Again, you carve your own path, right? Just like as these people that I'm about to show you have. Don't ever let anyone, yourself, or your own setbacks discourage you from getting into the field. Your path is not wrong, whichever path you choose to take. So I'm going to go ahead and briefly touch on these others in the industry. So Lily Clark, I happen to have met her at DEF CON. She's a really awesome girl. She's really nice. I met her on Twitter, which is really funny because I think it's an awkward way to meet somebody, right? But she was really nice. She gave me the time of day, and I've watched her grow very rapidly within this year. It's pretty awesome to where she has pivoted onto, and I think that networking with people and her attitude helps out a lot. She's just a really great person. She has her health degree, as you can see here. She pivoted through many different job sectors. She ended up getting her EGPT certification. She has a mentor, John Helmness, who she trusts the most. I think that when you're in this field, you need a mentor. I think mentorship is very important to help guide you along the way. And now she's an offensive security consultant for Echelon. So pretty awesome for her. I think that we need more people like her in the industry. So Casey, I met him in my Twitter networking path, like when we only had like 100 followers. He is a perfect example of not having a degree in cybersecurity. He just has a CCNA certification, and he most recently got his cybersecurity job offer. Skyetic Nerd. He's pretty awesome. I met him through B-Sides, which is, it's great because now I'm staff for B-Sides next year. So he's also another example of how he got into cybersecurity without getting a degree in cybersecurity. He got his degree in photography. Then he decided to get his MS degree and then added a CISP to that, and now is in digital management. Mike Patrick, he's a very inspiring person. I think he's very good. He's a very good person. When I was creating the slide, like towards the end, I was like teary-eyed because I was like, oh my God. I like read the notes that he sent me and I was like, okay. So he started his pool business, and he had a pool business for almost a decade. He was tired of it. He really wanted to change careers for his family, which I think is really touching. Very awesome of you. He went on to get a cybersecurity degree to help balance his life out. He got his certifications. His mentor is Joe Hell from TCM Security, and he found his first CVE this year, and now he's a pen tester. So all this happened within this year, and I think I commend him because he has a family. He changed careers. I mean, he did all that studying. I mean, I don't have a certification yet. I've been studying for 2 straight years. And he got those 2 certifications and a CVE. And I think it's pretty awesome. Did his cybersecurity degree get that for him? Not necessarily. The fact that he paired it with his certifications did. And the fact that he has this mentor and, you know, a good guide. I've heard really great things about Joe Hell. And Mike really just kept at it. And the next one is Melanie Mitch. She's the perfect example of how she persevered through some life traumas or, you know, things that people go through. But I really like her because she got her PNTP certification through that, like through persevering through her hardship. Hardships, actually. I've been studying for 2 straight years. I fell into my dark times, and I'm still due to earn my own certifications. So I think it's pretty awesome that she persevered through it all, and she got her PNTP certification. As you can see, she does not have her degree in cybersecurity. She did a lot of networking. Her mentor is Heath Adams, and now she's starting as an OSINT analyst next year. So let's clap for her because that's pretty awesome. So I'll go, my next few slides are resources and mentors. I'll briefly go through them. These 2 are awesome, as I've talked about in the beginning. You know all about them. If you don't, please forward them to new students, people in the field that don't know about them yet. They're pretty great people to have on your side. Felipe and Omar, I made them my mentors. Not even sure if Felipe thinks he's my mentor, but I can come to them and ask them questions anytime I want, and they'll help me out. In fact, Omar just recently sent me books so that I can study for my Security Plus 601 certification, since I only studied for the 501. I really admire their posts on Twitter. I really admire their talks. They're very technical, and one day I hope to be just like them, because I don't always want to be giving talks like this. One day I hope I can show you a tool that someone created, or that I found, or maybe that I created. So we have Dark Knight Diaries. Jack Rysider, introduced lots of people in the field. They tell awesome stories. You should check it out. Also, Davin is a security researcher or a security engineer, and he is also a perfect example of how you don't need your cybersecurity degree to get into the field. He only has certifications. And these are other resources and mentors. They mentor people out in the industry. All their information's right here. I know I'm going to be crunched on time, so I'll just lightly touch on them. Lola is awesome. She's been rapidly growing as well through networking in the field. She's an awesome woman. I really commend her drive. She only learned through TryHackMe, and then she got her EJPT through EIN, and now she's working for EIN. So she is another great example of how you don't have to have a cybersecurity degree to get into the field. Alyssa has a book for people who are new to the industry and who want to break into the field. She's a BSO and a hacker. She's a public speaker and she's everywhere. She's also an advocate. I suggest reading that book. It will help you pave your path to see if you want to be on red team, blue team, so on and so forth. Alyssa Knight is a great hacker. She's a CISO, content creator. I had the pleasure of meeting her at DEF CON. She gave the time of day to me, which is pretty awesome. I was fangirling on the inside, but I didn't show it. She's a great actress. I suggest going to her website and checking her out. She's a very nice woman, and she will give you the time of day as well. Cyber Warrior Studios is another great resource. He introduces a lot of people from the industry and also who are new to the industry and showcases what they do and what they're all about. The Cyber Mentor, as you've seen, the Cyber Mentor is a lot of people's mentors. He is a favorite in the field. He really advocates for having affordable education, really just like implements, like conveys that you don't have to have your degree. Again, there's no right path in the field. People have gotten jobs just through taking his courses. And the rest here are also great resources and mentors. I have not touched in, I have not used their resources at all. I've looked into them and people are very happy with them. As you can see here, they're all wonderful people, and I really appreciate the fact that they let me put them down as a resource. This Women in Cybersecurity, I just recently joined them and I haven't touched base with them very much, but I will starting next year. We Hack Purple is very good for application security. She's really into diversity and bridging the diversity gap in cybersecurity, so I think that's pretty awesome as well. If you want to learn bug bounty, I suggest you just ask her right here. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Yes, this is my list of mentors right here, resources and mentors right here. In the last slide, I have our educational resources. We have Republic of Hackers right here who they're very active on Twitter and Discord. They show you walkthroughs and videos on Discord, which I think is pretty awesome. I haven't seen that in the industry, well, this year until them. They will go through TryHackMe and Hack the Box, or they'll go through tools. You can just pop in on their Discord, watch their videos and the walkthroughs, and you can learn a lot from them. I know that they're getting into mentorship as well, and they're just great overall hacking enthusiasts. All these other educational resources are resources that I think are great to pass on to other people who don't know anything about the field, who want to break in. I think a lot of them are affordable. Also, Black Hat and DEF CON have their talks on their website for free. And that's it. I would like to thank all of you for putting up with my connection problems and my emotional state in the beginning. Thank you to Catherine Ullman for coaching me throughout this whole thing for my first conference talk, and thank you for Grim for having me on for my first cybersecurity talk.